Hello everyone, I'm Randy. Welcome to another video, and this video is a contest entry for Logan at the SWELLHEADS network. And I discovered his channel and subscribed because it looked very interesting. I had seen a couple other contest entries by Aaron Mutha Alamar and Glenn Calloway from the basement. And it sounded like a very interesting contest as it concerned not bands, but well, it has to do with bands too, but albums that you think that you are the only fan of. Either they are too obscure for people or people just don't like them and you do. But most of the ones I have picked are ones I've never seen shown on the VC, and so I don't think people know about them. But he also specified that he didn't want them to just be the most obscure albums you had, that he wanted you to really like them, and all these albums I really do like. And so, might as well get started. The first one is an album called Animal Notes from the group Crack the Sky, which came out in 1976. And I have no idea why I bought this. It was probably blind buy, which back in the 70s you did a lot of that because there wasn't the internet to go be checking on things, or if you didn't have your Rolling Stone record guide and they weren't mentioned. But they're called progressive rock, but I don't know, I might call them more art rock with some new wave tendencies. I think they were a little ahead of their time. I think they're still around as well, but very interesting group. And Crack the Sky, if you like something a little bit different, a little new wave-ish art rock, really interesting album to check out. And I don't know why I have not bought any more of their albums. I think their debut album, which is the one right before this, is even better reviewed, but so I might have to get that sometime. The second one is Tammy Nielsen and Chickaboom, which actually just came out last year. But I've kind of been a fan of hers, but I hadn't really seen her albums, and so when I finally did see this album in a record store, I just grabbed it because she's from Canada, but grew up or moved to New Zealand in like 2007 and really kind of kickstarted her musical career. But what really got her more known over in New Zealand is a lot of her music was used on the New Zealand series, The Brokenwood Mysteries, which I think were shown on PBS. It's a great series. I think it's in its about 7th season, but I can remember looking on the Internet Movie Database to see who's these kind of country-ish songs that they're using in the soundtrack of the TV show, and it was Tammy Nielsen. And actually, my last name is Nelson, but I'm Danish, and our name was Nielsen when our family came from Denmark, so maybe it's a long-lost cousin. I don't know, but great country, rockabilly, a little bit of soulfulness thrown in. But I think you'll like Tammy Nielsen if you like any of those genres. Next up is a Kansas City artist that I've never seen anybody talk about, and that's Priscilla Bowman. This one album is a compilation called An Original Rock and Roll Mama, although she's probably more of an R&B mama, but some really great songs. She had a hit back in 1955, I think it was, with the song Hands Off. It was a #1 on the R&B Billboard charts, but really never had any big success after that. She did the song Rockin' Good Way with the Spaniels, which came out before the hit by Brooke Benton and Dinah Washington. But really a great if you like R&B, early R&B, I think you would love this album. And why she never became more famous or more known, she played with Jay McShann as the vocalist for a while, but really great R&B artist in Priscilla Bowman. This next one is the wonderful Phil Lee. Think of Mick Jagger singing the song Country Honk, and think of an album of that, off of Let It Bleed, and think of an album of that. You kind of get the idea of Phil Lee, or maybe Tom Petty, if Tom Petty was a little more country It's Phil Lee, but he likes to rock out some too. There's a song, A Night in the Box, I think it's on here. If I can find it. Yeah, A Night in the Box is pretty rockin'. It's got one of the best cheating songs I think ever, and I'm the Why She's Gone. But wonderful album. He's done quite a few more. I don't know if he's ever been released on vinyl, but this is the one that I go, how come people don't know about this guy? He had a short stint in the Flying Burrito Brothers in the early 90s, but wonderful artist that sometimes I think I'm the only fan. And last but not least is one of my favorites, and it's a group called Big Smith. And imagine if bluegrass meets rock and roll. They kind of rock up a lot of bluegrass-like tunes. They even do some gospel. The mandolin, the banjo, even put some trombone and washboard, kind of hillbilly rocking bluegrass. But one of their songs on here, I'm gonna burn down the house and leave by the light of the fire, is just an awesome song. And I don't think they ever had anything released on vinyl. They did have a single come out called 12-inch 3-speed oscillating fan, which is very good, but it's not on here, unfortunately. But this is such a wonderful album. It's their debut. They're out of Springfield, Missouri, and unfortunately, they finally did disband, although I think they played a few Zoom concerts during the pandemic, but wonderful group. I saw them open for BR549, and they are such a fun band live. I've seen them a ton of times, and one of the most fun concerts you'll ever go to was a Big Smith concert, and unfortunately they're not playing anymore, but Big Smith is my fifth pick. Is why don't people know about this band? Because they are great. And congratulations to Logan, and way over 700 subscribers now. And I look forward to checking out your channel more and more. And everyone, take care.